Gave us a wonderful speech about Syrian history, which is very rich history. Now I'm going to speak about. I think my voice is loud enough.
No.
I will speak about the present or the period before the war, and I will give you a different perspective about the war. The only thing you can see now about Syria is miserable people who drowning in the sea, corpses, destroyed houses. Well, there is something more, something different, and that's what I want to talk about. Well, first of all, I want to just give some statistics about the population and demographic. Around 86% are Arabs from the races in Syria, around 8% are Kurds, 3% are Turkmens, 2% are Aramean, Syrian, and Ashurian, which is pronounced in Arabic, Aramean, Syrian, Ashurian, Arami, Syriac, Ashuri. The rest other different races like Armenian and Caucasians. As religious, around 70% are Muslims. Muslim Sunni, of course. Muslim Sunni live in all around Syria, but they have a high percentage in the big cities like Aleppo, Damascus, Raqqa, Hama, and Deir ez-Zor. Around 10 to 13% are Christians. They are also spread in the entire Syrian territory. Around 10% are Alawites. They are Alawiyin. They are spread in the entire Syrian territory, but they have a high percentage in the coastal area. Around 4% are Shia, and they are spread also in the entire Syrian territory, but they have a high percentage in some villages around Aleppo and around Idlib. 4% are Druze. Like every cult and every race, they are spread in the entire Syrian, but they have a high percentage in the southern area. And the other religions like Ismaili and Yazidis, they are around 1%. Now, about education, literacy was down to 5%, one of the lowest in the Middle East before the war. We have more than 21,000 free public schools, from elementary to high school. Education was obligatory by the law from elementary to high school. And 6 public, nearly free universities, and other 15 private universities. The oldest one is Damascus University, is 93 years old. This was established in 1923. And the thing here I want to mention that learning process was for everybody in Syria. It was too easy to have, not expensive at all. I mean, the yearly registration fee in the public university was only cost 15 euro a year. If you want to buy the books, another 50 euro, so the whole year costs you around 65 euro. If you want to have a master degree, the whole 2 years costs you 200 euro, or less than that sometimes. If you want to buy cutting edge, let's say Microsoft Office, anything, any software you like, you can buy it for 1 euro. So it was for everybody. Now, life in Syria before the war, you can say we have a modern life back then, modern technology, almost like what Europe had in 2010. Our modern malls, restaurants, music, concerts, festivals, internet, smartphones, laptops, perfect computer knowledge. Actually, we have a very nice life comparing to any other country around the world. This is, as an example, this is MTN GSM. It's like KPN or Lycan here in the Netherlands. This is Audi Bank, one of the music festivals. And that Syria used to have one of the strongest economy in the Middle East. And we'll talk about it, the next slide. This is Al Amoui Mosque, it's 1200 years old. We'll have to talk about it. This is Aleppo. This is one of the streets in Aleppo, so neat and nice. Aleppo is the commercial, you can say, commercial capital of Syria. It's the richest city there. This is one of the malls, Sheraton Hotel. Now, about economy, Syria was ranked first in pharmacological production in the Middle East and exported medicine to more than 52 countries around the world. And it ranked first in Arab world in industry and had the biggest 3 industrial zones in the Middle East. Syria ranked second worldwide in cotton production and third in olive production, and ranked first in Middle East in wheat production, was the first in food security in Arab world. Syria was visited in 2010 by 5 million tourists. Unemployment was only 8% before the war. So we had a very nice life, very nice economy. Unfortunately, not now. This is some more pictures. This is Blue Laguna, a water city, one of the stadiums. The National Park in Aleppo. This photo shows some samples about the economy. Now this is about Syrian, Egypt of Syrian hospitality. I have a small video about it.
Syrians make up the largest number of refugees in the world. The world, though, hasn't been too welcoming to them. Ironic when you look at Syria's history with other refugees. Thousands of Circassians fleeing a Russian invasion made new homes in Syria. Armenians fleeing mass killings in Turkey resettled in Syria in large numbers. And in 1948 and 1967, Palestinians escaping Israeli wars and occupation crossed into Syria. Syria has also taken in refugees fleeing war in various other countries. More recently, when the US invaded Iraq, thousands of Iraqis found refuge across the border. 3 years later, Syrians welcomed Lebanese escaping the war with Israel. Can the world learn something from Syria's hospitality?
Well, just one thing, we received 1.5 million Iraqis during the war. Next one, please. Now, I spent here till now like 16 or 18 months, and I learned some few things about the difference in the culture. So, I'll start with appointments. I'll skip raising children. Appointments. Now, when I have an appointment with a Dutchman, you still him 7, that means 7. While in Syria we give ourselves 15 to 30 minute merger. So when you invite someone to your house and tell him we'll have lunch at 5 o'clock, I recommend it to say 4:30. He can arrive at 5. About dogs. Well, don't get us wrong, we really like dogs. But unfortunately, as I said, around 80% or 90% from Syrian are Muslims, from different cults. So we're not allowed really to touch dogs. And if we did, we have to wash our hands more than 7 times in order to pray or to resume our life. So we're not allowed to raise dogs in our houses, except if we are using them for protection, or you are a shepherd, if you have a farmer or something, a farm. Not cats, of course. They're allowed. Shopping and nightlife. Okay, I live in Groningen, and most of my friends live in small dorps and small cities, and we share the same knowledge or the same experience. At 6 a.m., at 6 p.m., you don't find anyone on the street. Actually, at 8, you'll be lucky if you find someone. At 10, you won't find any light at the houses of your neighbors. Well, we start the fun part of our day at 8. I come back from my job around 5, have lunch with my wife, and then at 8, we go out, visit friends, go to some coffees, go shopping, and we can come back at 12 or 2 a.m. That depends on how much fun we are getting. So fortunately, here we walk on the street at 8 a.m. and we feel we are the only person in this planet. That's different. So about respect elders and social relations. Respecting elders in Syria and in the Middle East in general is very important. When you get more old, for your family, you're getting more wise. You're having more authority, moral authority, I mean, everybody was seeking your advice, respecting you, pressure you, and you don't have any worries. When I'm getting older, I know that my family will take care of me financially and in health, and take care of my health also. As an example, it's very normal in the Western life to put sometimes old people in the infirmary. In Syria, if someone did that, the people look and despiteful to him. What did he do? They ask us, why did he do that? This is unloyal. He's unpolite. How did he do that? He should take care of his parents. Meals time, I think they cover that. They have breakfast the same. Dinner, it's, let's say, a secondary meal, and it happened between 9 and 12. While lunch is the main meal, and women take care of it very nicely, and they have long time in kitchen to do it, our dishes are a little bit different from Dutch dishes. Maybe you taste some of it. Marriage. Okay, now here's a very different point. Well, let's say you're a young man and you are 25 years old and want to get married. Between 25 and 30. You have two ways to get married in Syria. First, to fall in love, or the traditional way. In both ways, you have to go to the girl's family and ask the permission to marry her, or ask for her hand, as we say. So, let's take the traditional way. The mom sees that her son is old enough, he finished his job or his college, he know a good profession, he have a good salary, he buy his own house or he rented at least, he's ready now to get married. So she starts searching for a suitable girl between acquaintances, friends, neighbors. Start to search. So let's say she find one. She call and ask for an appointment from her mother, and then she go to see her. At most cases, she takes someone of the some woman of the oldest of the family that trusted, and she can take her with her and have her opinion too. So let's say they went to the house and she meet the girl and she liked her and everything went well. She asked for a second appointment. So can the young man, the bride, can come and meet the girl too to get to know her. So there's happened the second appointment, and the boy and the girl like each other, and they think everything is alright, and then they ask for a third appointment, so the men can come, the father of the man and the girl. He can visit the house of the girl and have a meeting with her father to ask the permission of marrying and discuss the other matters. So let's say everything was right, but before that, of course, there's a very important stage that always the family of the girl ask for some time to ask about the boy. They want to make sure that this man is suitable enough for their girl. He's going to protect her. He's going to be good with her, and he's financially capable to have a family. So let's think everything was great, and the two fathers sit with each other. They discuss what's going to happen. Is the young man capable to get married, and the financial thing about the marriage. We have three financial things in the marriage. First one is the dowry or the wedding gift for the girl. The second one is the gold. Every man must give gold jewelries. And the third one is the amount of money that he should pay if they get divorced. Actually, in Syria and the Middle East, the men pay for everything. The house, the furniture, the wedding cake, everything. The girl is a queen. She just have to show up in the I thank God she did. There's another nice thing it's very traditional when you go to see a girl the first time. Usually the girl gives a coffee. So if you like her, you have to drink the coffee fast. And like it. Even if you don't drink coffee, that's your problem. You have to drink the coffee if you like the girl. So in my case, the coffee was hot, but because I like my wife very much, I drink it very fast, and I'll do anything. So, now this subject, I think Lesar is going to cover it. Now here's the other side of the war. Yes, the war is ugly. But I really like to call our people the unbreakable soul nation. That nothing can break us. Thank God for that. 3 years before the war, we founded the National Commission of Syrian Science Olympiad. I don't know if you heard about it. There's a worldwide some Olympics, Science Olympics. So it was from young, talented students in physics, chemistry, mathematics, informatics, IT, technology, and they do some Olympics around the world, some tournaments. So during the war, In 2015, we had 4 medals and 4 appreciation certificates in award tournaments in physics, chemistry, informatics, and science Olympics in Thailand, Kazakhstan, and India. There was in Seoul an expo about inventions. We had 4 medals in it. Dr. Muhammad Ammar Drubi had the gold one. He was a dentist. He invented a new way to treat teeth. Athletically, the Syrian team won 8 medals in the West Asia tournament, for athletics in April 2016. Osama Azzam won the World Championship for karate in Turkey in 2015. Majduddin Ghazal won the golden medal for high jumping in World Tournament in Beijing in 2016 too, and he achieved a new record. It was 2 meter point 3.36 or something. This is Majd Ghazal. This is the science team in Syria. This is how they practice. And this is the girls who achieved the 8 medals in West Asia. Now, why we like to call Syria the Phoenix? We are 13,000 years civilization. We survived war, occupation, massacre, earthquakes, and as Morhaf said, the first sonata, the first letters, the first Olympics games came from our land. We simply refuse to die.